tonight. I'm going downtown. 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 Hey, ain't nothing you can
Today is Friday, March 7th, and you are listening to In the Core. My name is OT, and I'm one of your co-hosts for this amazing show. And to my right, as always, is my fellow co-host, Sir Swapneel.
What's up, OT?
Did you like that last part, Sir?
I don't know, man. I'm debating it. I don't know why you're knighting me. I feel unprivileged to be knighted.
I can't believe I haven't done this up till now, guys.
I can't either. Thank you for the knightmanship. But isn't it true that only a king can knight a knight?
Well, you know, I did wear a family crest thing to Iron Ring ceremony.
Kings don't wear
Were
those.
You there?
I don't know. Maybe I was. Maybe I wasn't. I guess the listeners will never know. Kings don't wear those camouflage pants, though, do they?
They don't?
No.
Interesting. I mean, my other name is King O.
Okay,
so.
you're trying too hard. It's been a long time since we've been last on the air. It's been quite a while. I've missed you.
Thank you. I know I see you in the hallway, and I try to say what's up, but
I think we should keep this.
Circles.
Let's keep this to a podcast only relationship.
True. Keep it real professional like that.
I don't want my other friends getting jealous and things like that, right?
Yeah, they always wonder what are we doing. And it's just like, ain't nobody's business. Really.
Someone else who doesn't really get much love from us.
Yeah, look who it is.
In his trademarked red. Is that a falcon?
It's American Eagle.
It's American Eagle.
Yeah.
Eagle Falcon, same difference. Man.
It is. That's true. In fact,
good for you, man.
Yeah.
Is that new?
I really wish that we had the hangouts for the video so that you guys can see both OT's pants and Gurveer's sweater.
Unfortunately,
this is my in-the-core
Swap's
uniform.
Blue pants might actually take the cake.
They're jeans. Jeans are normally blue.
You get the drift. They shouldn't be worn, is what I mean.
Jeans are blue.
They shouldn't be worn.
Oh, unless you're in the military, I don't think your pants should be worn. Anyways, it has been, about a month since we've last been on. We were on for a Super Bowl preview show, and then we went through interesting time, right?
Yeah, Spiral, there was a lot of news reports and rumors.
Rumors. They were saying
the bottom.
They were saying OT was going to go to ESPN, and
Swap was actually talking to like ESPN and Phil Jackson, and he flew out, but something happened.
Things don't always happen, right?
Things don't always happen. You don't always get to where you're going to, especially after 24 hours to 48 hours delay.
The biggest rumor, I think, of the time of our hiatus was Gurveer's rumor. Gurveer, is it true that you were going to leave the podcast and join Bleacher Report?
There is absolutely no truth in that rumor, and multiple sources can confirm that. Well
said.
Yes, sir. Chris Bouchard. Shout out to Chris Bouchard.
Anyways,
he's always saying he has sources, and he never has sources.
Ooh, okay. Since we've been back, since we've been gone, actually, for those of you who actually are wondering why we were gone, the real reason was I fell sick over reading week, and then I was supposed to go somewhere, which I never ended up going to, so it was all my fault. But other reasons why were because OT was too lazy to come downtown, and Gurveer
I bought a new laptop,
ran away
and I didn't want to. I felt brand new, and then you know what I'm saying.
Is this new? Am I working on a new machine?
No.
Oh,
I didn't bring my new one.
Oh man, we don't get the high quality material.
Touchscreen, eh?
What were you saying?
Oh, well, nothing much. I kind of like that. I found some inner peace in the time, but it's time to throw that all out the window and get right back.
And when you're throwing that stuff out, probably should take that shirt and throw it with it. Just saying.
And the other shirts.
A lot of things.
Ow, my heart.
Hey, shout out to Pittsburgh. A lot of things have gone on since we were last on the air. And Gurveer, I think you have a list of some kind.
Yeah, you ready for this? This is
what is this list?
Straight out of late night TV.
That's a Swapneel, man.
What is the list? I asked you.
It's a Letterman top 10 in the core version.
So top 10 what?
So top 10 things of what has happened.
Okay, so you know how to do, because we were doing this in rehearsals and you seem to be failing. You know how to do a Letterman top 10?
You say it, and
you gotta say the one right after the other, but you always gotta make sure that every now and then you remind them what top 10 is it.
All right, yeah, it's a Letterman top 10.
No, it's not a Letterman top 10.
No,
it's a top 10.
All right, top 10 things that
since we've been back.
Hiatus.
There you go.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Thank you for holding my hand through that.
Drum roll.
All right.
Glad we have Swap here.
Number 10, the Seattle Seahawks win the Super Bowl. Number 9, the Winter Olympics were hosted in Sochi, Russia. Number 8, Jimmy Fallon replaced Jay Leno on The Tonight Show.
Big time.
Number 7, the NBA ruined.
That was the worst planned mistake I've ever heard.
I think the CIA did that.
Yeah.
So the NBA, okay, go ahead.
All right. Number 6.
Wait, what are we listening to?
Yeah.
The Swapneel man,
Top 10
10.
things that happened during the In the Core hiatus.
There you go.
Number 6. Dale Earnhardt Jr. wins at Daytona 500.
Look at that. It's trending on Twitter already, man.
Dale Earnhardt Jr.?
Nah.
You guys got to follow Dale
Hiatus.
Earnhardt Jr. just joined Twitter, actually. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Even if I'm not a NASCAR fan, but it's pretty good stuff.
Interesting.
All right. Number 5. Fox Sports Live beats SportsCenter for the first time.
Shout out to Jay and Dan.
Shift.
Number 4. Brian Colangelo admits to tanking the Raptors.
Should have done it this season.
Why?
Because the superstars are coming next year. Superstars are coming.
We have Kyle Lowry.
Tell your mom and tell your dad that the superstars are coming.
DeMar DeRozan.
Okay. Number 3. Rob Ford wears a really, really long red tie.
It's not that long.
Did he get that from Swap's Iron Ring outfit? I think he did.
That was uncalled for.
Was it?
Uncalled for.
I'm sorry, Swap.
All right. Number 2. Roberto Luongo returns to Florida.
Hey, OT, your boy's back.
Listen, I made the calls. All right, it happened.
All right, and the number 1 thing that happened during the In the Core hiatus, Leonardo DiCaprio loses again.
Nice. Well said.
Cold.
I think we got to go with this more often.
weather.
I think we got to go with this more often.
I like this. I like this.
Top
I
10
like this.
segment.
Not quite the blitz, but I like
quite
it.
the blitz, but you've been slacking on the blitz recently. So.
Listen, I got the blitz back.
Okay, let's go through some of these things. Number 1, number 10, Seattle wins the Super Bowl. Who was the only person on this panel who picked Seattle to win the Super Bowl?
Oh my gosh. Guys, do you really want to tell me how great I am again? Because I don't need to hear this. I'm humble.
OT.
Both of you are going to be fired.
Listen, Gurveer, I still owe you that pizza.
It was myself who picked Seattle from the beginning of the season
good
to
job.
win the Super Bowl.
Good job.
I just need to toot my horn for a little bit more. Winter Olympics in Sochi, Russia. Obviously, Canada, dominated. Russia, not so much. There's a nice picture of Ovechkin. Pretty sad. Jimmy Fallon replacing Jay Leno. Gurveer, you're a big late night guy. What are your thoughts on this?
Jimmy Fallon may not be the funniest guy in the world, but he's a very comfortable host to watch. So if you're lazy night at home, you see Jimmy Fallon on TV, he'll make you happy. So I have no qualms about this decision.
OT, while you're in RS Lab at 1 a.m. every night, what do you think about this late night stuff?
Listen, I decided to watch one night while I was in RS doing work, or not doing work, and I saw a history of rap segment with Jimmy Fallon and Justin Timberlake, and it was truly the best thing I've seen.
This is the first you've discovered
in late night TV.
I've
never seen it.
So number 1 and 2 are probably good, and 2 and 3 are probably the best, and then it's slowly gotten worse and worse.
Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's like this time he could have done so much better, but hey, it happened.
I can't believe that's the first time you've seen it. I still think Letterman's the king, though.
I never really watched Letterman. He didn't connect with my
I was watching
generation.
something about how Letterman would be the only person who you would trust to interview a president.
Yeah,
because he's old.
Okay, number
I'd agree with that.
Boring.
Number 7, because Gurveer can't read our writing. The NSA ruins the slam dunk contest. Explain yourself, Gurveer.
Well, as you can tell, the entire dunk contest was split into 2 factions for some reason, and it was a
team based.
Yeah, it was like
West
Garbage.
Yes.
garbage thing.
The East
that needs
versus
to be
West.
crumbled up and thrown in the garbage along with Gurveer's sweater.
The
and
saddest
other clothes.
part of that dunk contest was as soon as it got interesting, it ended.
Literally, Twitter blew up. Like, okay, where is it? Done?
That was not a good representation of Twitter
Really?
blowing up.
That was what? Okay, done. That's exactly what happened.
Number 6, Dale Earnhardt Jr. wins the Daytona 500. Anyone watch the Daytona 500?
I did. I like primetime NASCAR.
Like primetime NASCAR.
I know, it reminds me of like, those late nights in summer, have the barbecue out, watching some boogity NASCAR going on.
So we're not going to your house this summer.
I wish I could find him saying boogity.
Number 5, Fox Sports Live beats SportsCenter.
That's a personal victory for yourself, isn't it?
Oh, I love Fox Sports Live. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a big fan of SportsCenter. I'm not a big fan of the ESPN SportsCenter. That's for sure. All they talk about is Boston and New York, and now we get some hockey coverage on national U.S. TV. Even though we don't watch national U.S. TV, I think it's good.
Hey, LeBron broke his nose one time. There was a 5-hour debate.
The what was it called? What they call the LeBron special? The selection.
Decision?
The decision.
Yeah.
The decision.
Wow. We'll cut that out.
Should I wear a black mask or a white mask?
We will cut that
The
out.
decision.
Well, you can wear a black mask, but the NBA will ask you to wear a white mask.
The decision. Brian Colangelo admits to tanking the Raptors. Number 4.
The superstars are.
Oh yeah, we forgot to mention where that happened.
Nobody needs to know. Number 3, Rob Ford wore a really long red tie. How long was it?
It went down between his legs. I don't think I could say the word that I wanted to say there.
OT comments on the red tie that
I think we should move to the next topic.
Number 2, OT's favorite team, the Florida Panthers, shocks the NHL world with the Roberto Luongo trade. I got a story about this. So before I tell that, I want to know OT's thoughts.
So Luongo is a good player, and Florida is a good team, and I feel they have good chemistry, and this move is good for both sides.
Magical analysis. Okay, so I'm going to turn my head towards Gurveer because I think he knows a little bit more about hockey. So I'm in the lab.
I can't imagine how anyone could know more than that.
And I think it was on Twitter. I see Strombone 1. You know Strombone 1?
Which sports fan doesn't know Strombone 1?
No, I'm just checking. So for those of you who like OT who don't know what Strombone 1 is, this is the legendary Twitter account of Roberto Luongo. He tweets out a square. Right, so on Twitter, when you tweet out an emoticon, I think it shows up as a square sometimes. I don't know. Maybe it was just
on your phone, Swap. On your phone.
It was on the computer though.
On your phone and computer.
So I thought, okay, that's weird. Whenever Strombone tweets something, it's something huge. 2 seconds later, I switch over to Facebook and I see TSN with breaking news: Luongo has been traded to Florida. Now I've got a buddy who's a big-time Vancouver Canucks fan, so I let him know, and he's shocked, and he's like, "Whoa!" One of my co-researchers in this hockey analytics, supposedly an expert in the field, texts me and says it's Jonathan Huberdeau, Barkov, and a 2015 first-round pick for Roberto Luongo. And for those of you who don't know much about hockey, I'm looking to you, OT. That's a really good return package, right?
Like I said, good for both sides.
Top-notch prospects who could become superstars in the league, and a 2015 first-round draft pick, and we all know that Florida's not that good, so that first-round draft pick might as well be a top 3 pick. So I send that over to my buddy who's a big Vancouver Canucks fan, and he's feeling better about himself, only for us to find out that it was a fake Bob McKenzie account that tweeted that out. So I apologize to that friend of mine whose hopes I crushed twice in the same day.
My mind is blown, but we'll discuss this later. He got traded though.
Number 1, Leonard.
He did?
Yeah, he got traded.
Okay.
Yeah, the trade was real. It's just that so Bob McKenzie is a TSN analyst. He's like
yes.
And somebody posted a Twitter account with the same picture.
Yeah.
And I think everything was the same except for there was an underscore.
Okay.
So a bunch of people started retweeting this, and my friend thought it was the real Bob McKenzie, so he let me know that he thought that was a trade offer.
Oh, okay.
So
All right.
Happens so much on Twitter, unfortunately.
Number 1, and by the way, in the core Twitters, to our 14 followers, which has an increase since OC took over as lead Twitter host, all of our tweets are real. Leo DiCaprio loses again. Does anyone care?
Yes.
I do.
Speak to it then.
I love movies.
Speak to it then. What movie was he in, and why did he lose?
Leo this past year was in The Great Gatsby, and he was also in The Wolf of Wall Street. I don't think he should have won, but a majority of people thought he should have won, who actually saw his movies. I didn't. And it's about time, you know what I mean? It was about time, but it didn't happen. Departed is one of my favorite movies of all time. I don't think he should have won an Oscar for that, but Titanic is also another great movie of mine. So
Catch Me If You Can.
Catch Me If You Can. Like so many. He does a good movie. He even did Django.
They really should just give.
He even did Django. That's how much he wants.
They really should just give an Oscar to Tom Hanks every year. I think that's
Captain Phillips looks like a good movie.
Yeah, I think
you guys should watch that.
I was about to watch it, but I haven't watched it
Captain
yet.
Phillips is a good movie. Tom Hanks is in that weird place where people assume he doesn't like need awards anymore, so they don't give him any more. He wasn't even nominated this year. Actually.
Well, he won 2 back-to-back, so I think that he's already reached the Hall of Fame.
Philadelphia and
Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Forrest Gump, second greatest movie of all time.
He's definitely not getting the Meryl Streep treatment.
Behind what's the movie? It's only personal favorite, but The Terminal. I love that movie.
Is this a Tom Hanks top 5?
Yeah,
or
I love Tom Hanks.
All-time top 5.
Tom Hanks is my favorite actor, so deal with it.
Is he Canadian?
No, but he came to watch the Grey Cup this year.
Hey, he did. That's why I thought it was Canadian. Saskatchewan, something?
The Rough Riders. You know this. Don't act like you don't know it.
Listen, they're in Florida right now. I'm trying to be there too.
Today's show, we got a big show today. Right?
Yes, sir.
We got some interesting things. We got to catch up on a couple of things. Number 1, the NBA playoff race. Kevin Durant, LeBron James battling it out for
Joakim Noah,
who can wear the mask the best. Joakim Noah apparently said to Carmelo Anthony that if he wants a ring, come to Chicago.
Listen, Noah had a triple-double in the first half last time I watched him
Was that
play.
Joakim Noah's way of proposing to Carmelo Anthony?
He's letting him know, listen, we play
a wedding
good
proposal,
basketball here.
we'll talk basketball after the break. We'll also talk hockey. We're going to dive deeper into the trade deadline because it was a big one.
Can't wait for that.
Talk a little bit about the combine wrapping up, NFL draft, and a revolutionary blog post is in the making. We probably won't talk about that post, but we'll talk a little bit about the draft. You're listening to In the Core.
And the Oscar goes to... All right, hold that up. Matthew McConaughey.
We are back here at In the Core, and we're about to kick off our first segment in our The Return episode of In the Core. Guys, you ready?
No.
Yeah, because you're still eating that pizza that looks like it has mold on it. Huh? Did you make that?
It's called feta cheese.
Feta
Shout out
cheese.
Kraft Foods for making frozen pizza. Appreciate it.
One of our big sponsors here at In the Core. All right. So our first segment, it will be our... Drum roll? No? Okay. No. NBA segment. A lot's been going on.
Morale is down, at the start of this segment. Morale is very down.
I think it's the food you ate.
You got that itis.
Yeah, and you gave us itis from not sharing your beautiful feta cheese.
I told you, we're going to go out after, man.
Listen, man, I'm hungry.
Well, deal with it.
Don't feed us, Swap.
I run a tight ship here, okay? Let's go. NBA.
Guys, the NBA. Lots been going on. LeBron 61, Raptors balling. Rudy Gay on his feet.
Kevin Durant 42 and 3 quarters.
But then Russell Westbrook has come back.
Triple double in 1 quarter.
Listen, man, Joakim Noah. Who? Oh yeah,
Joakim Noah.
Dude, that was crazy.
Joakim Noah?
No, Russell Westbrook.
No, Joakim Noah is crazy.
I don't.
Legit,
dude, there's a lot of crazy players in the NBA right now. A lot of crazy.
Well, no, but no one's as crazy as Joakim Noah from a psychological standpoint.
Yeah, no. Except like Matt Barnes, he's kind of cooled down though. He was part of that Lakers beatdown last night. 142 points to Clippers.
48?
Clippers 148.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wasn't it like a 50-point difference?
40.
No, it was
40.
Like
point is 45-point difference, but the point is it was a lot.
It was a lot.
Gurveer.
It was a beatdown.
Yeah,
people.
okay, I believe
it was the biggest loss in Lakers
lot.
history.
Yeah.
The Lakers are at the bottom right now. They're the bottom of the West, actually.
Are they last?
Yes.
Yes. I mean,
finally.
Imagine.
Laker fans actually celebrated that loss last night. You know why?
Joel Embiid is going to go to the Lakers?
Embiid he tweeted this week he wants to be a senior. He said, I can't wait to be a senior.
He's just joking. He wants to get more followers, eh?
Listen, it became news that Joel Embiid says he can't wait to be a senior at Kansas.
That's not happening.
Listen,
the
Lakers
you know why?
draft
Because Andrew Wiggins probably threatened him. He's like, if you declare, I'm going to do something to you.
The Lakers are not drafting Joel Embiid. Do you know why?
Why?
Because they need superstar power now.
Why? They want Kobe. Well, so
they can't wait for
They're
him.
not going to draft. So Embiid is perfect because Kobe, he can be his Shaq.
He's not Shaq, though.
He can be his Shaq.
Listen, he's Valanciunas.
You pair him with Gasol, it's a good move.
Dude, you think Gasol's going to be there next year?
Probably. Where are they going to move?
Nash going to be there next year?
Probably. Where are they going to move? What are they going to do with him?
Why are we talking about the Lakers? They're irrelevant. Why do they still get national?
Because we were talking about the MVP race, and it feels weird to not talk about the Lakers when you're talking about the MVP race.
Does it?
Yes, it does.
I feel like Kobe, if it was fan vote, Kobe would still win MVP.
He'd be second, I think.
Second, okay.
Yeah, he dropped off a little bit, but there's lack of playing.
LeBron James, Mr. 61 points.
Mr.
He caused quite a stare, eh? What did, what's that, Dominique? What did he say?
He said he could put 40 on that defense.
Listen, how many points can you put on that defense?
I would, 16? 16 and 3?
In one game?
3 blocks?
Or in like 5 games?
No, in one game.
One game?
Yeah.
3 blocks? Who are you blocking, man? The ref?
Yeah.
Inbound pass?
Yeah. That pass when you just hand the ball. Get that stuff out of here, man.
Yeah, but LeBron had one of those games, and unfortunately it wasn't the best performance against the Bobcats this season because Carmelo Anthony actually dropped 62 on them at Madison Square Garden, so...
You know what's weird, actually? Bobcats are actually a sixth ranked defense in the East. So they're not a terrible defense overall.
Yeah,
they just play terribly sometimes.
Exactly.
So maybe they're playing smart. Maybe they're letting one player score. Like if the only person who's scoring on that team is Carmelo. Did they win that game when Carmelo scored?
They lost both.
See?
By quite a bit.
Wait, who? No, I'm saying did the Knicks win that game?
Yes,
okay.
By a lot.
Then my argument is mute and I won't talk anymore.
Anyways, that's the Lakers LeBron roundup. Playoff race, playoff hunt. East shaping up. Miami and Indiana still in their way, but guess who's number 3, guys? Well, I guess it's not really.
It's not really a guess.
Like,
I wonder who it is.
I think
Listen.
I think my grandma knows him.
Is it Milwaukee?
No, not Milwaukee. Try again, please.
Is it Philadelphia?
One more. I think you're almost there.
So hard. It's Toronto, isn't it?
I think so. So Toronto Raptors right now are on a high. You know, they're about 27-15 since the Rudy Gay trade, which happened in December. And the playoffs are coming to Toronto. So which game are we going to?
Game 6.
Game 6?
Yep.
Against who?
The Brooklyn Nets.
First round, second round?
First round.
Okay, I know we're going to get to the second round, so let's say.
But I can't afford second round tickets. That's
sure?
why I said game 6.
Come on, man. I heard you getting like research budgets and things like that, man.
That's not happening, man.
This is research, man. Sports analytics.
I'm sorry.
Didn't you go to... Anyways,
Oh.
shout out to the Raptors. Next year will be the 20th anniversary of the organization, which was almost named the Toronto Dragons. Thank God.
That would have been a
it
good
wasn't.
for the East Asian population clustering that's happening in this area. I think the Toronto Dragons would have been a good move from a marketing standpoint. Just throwing my business knowledge in there.
Yeah, but it's a little generic though, don't you think?
No, it's a dragon.
No.
What's a
Listen,
raptor?
you know what
Raptor's
would have
a
not
dinosaur
been
that's
generic?
extinct.
Yeah, but
The
then
dragon's an imaginary animal.
no, but look at
Think
there's,
what the Imagine Dragons could have.
yeah,
Could have been our...
there's a lot of
I think we
people that
prefer
have
Drake,
Dragon.
right?
Yeah.
I
Imagine
don't think
Dragons
anyone
are nice
prefers
and all.
Drake.
They had a concert here, actually.
I'm
Were you
shocked,
there?
I'm shocked that you know who they are.
Listen,
After that knowledge you dropped on
you
Mumford
put me
and
on.
Sons in the first episode.
You put me
man,
on,
I'm
man.
shocked.
You put me on. I must admit, Swap put me on Imagine Dragons. Now I just love them. I can't believe I missed their concert.
Name 3 songs.
Imagine Dragons and Leave Me Alone. I think those are three of their best hits. But yeah, the Dino jerseys are coming back next year. The purple is back in Toronto. How do you guys feel?
They're channeling their inner Lakers.
Listen, the Raptors, that jersey is going to be... I can't wait. Did you see the picture? Did you see the video?
Of Amir
It's very
Johnson,
emotional. Listen, they showed the first draft pick, Damon Stoudemire.
who kind of left the team and burned us.
Listen,
Like
it's about
every
the
other
let's
draft pick
focus
that
on
we
the
ever
jersey. Let's not
drafted.
focus on the history.
Hey, Valanciunas hasn't burned us yet.
He's gonna, trust me. We're not feeding him the ball much. He's gonna leave too.
Do you think the Raptors white and red and sometimes black
I like the red jerseys, to be
alternator?
honest.
The red
Yeah.
jerseys are nice, but we usually wear the white and red.
I don't mind them. I never thought they were a bad jersey.
Not bad, but bland.
Like, I wouldn't want the
meh.
purple jersey to be the permanent jersey.
Which one would you buy if
The
you
red
had
one.
to? Okay. All right. The purple one's going to be back for select home games next year. Reaction on Twitter was all positive, with a couple swap tweets here and there saying we're just
Okay.
trying to be like the Lakers.
I know that, like, you had this whole segue, and I'm going to ruin your whole mojo, but we started out talking about the MVP race.
We did.
talked about LeBron James,
We did.
and then we talked about the Toronto Raptors.
Don't skip
we talked
the
about
Lakers.
We talked about the Lakers.
And
We talked
Joakim
about
Noah is
Charlotte.
crazy, apparently.
Joakim Noah psychological situation, and we have yet to talk about Kevin Durant. So when are we getting to Kevin Durant? Why do you
Listen,
hate Kevin
Why are we
Durant?
talking about the second best player in the league? What's
Why
the
do
point?
you hate Kevin Durant?
Why are we talking about the second best
Because
player?
he's
to be
leading the
number
league
2.
in scoring,
Doesn't he do that every year? We're tired of that. Do
and his
something
team
new.
has a better record than Miami.
Do something new, man.
And he hit 42 points in 3 quarters.
Kobe hit 60-something in 3 quarters, man.
Yeah, but Kobe is one of the greatest ever.
Listen, Russell Westbrook is back, so Durant is invalid. At
If
this
they
point.
win a championship, he should be the best player, considered the best player in the league.
Who knows, man? Or Russell Westbrook might go off. You know what? Dude, Russell Westbrook is holding Durant back from being the MVP.
As of right now, who's the MVP, Gurveer? Because you're the only
Trade
one here
Russell
with
Westbrook.
knowledge.
Oh man, as of right now, I think you have to go with LeBron. I know it sounds like
You're stupid. Otis.
You can't go
I
with
know it
anyone
sounds
else.
like
It
LeBron.
doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
So, if
I think
Kevin
Durant-
Durant plays better and is the only person on his team scoring, single-handedly leads his team when Westbrook is out to the best record in the NBA.
Okay.
It's a regular season MVP, right?
Right. Was Paul George considered the MVP
Paul George
at a
didn't
point?
single-handedly take his team to the top, right? He had to have Roy Hibbert. Lance Stevenson is a triple-double machine.
All right, keep going.
Huh? So name more. Chris Paul?
MVP?
That's what I'm saying.
He just came back.
My point is,
he's invaluable. Missed too many games.
my point is that Kevin Durant deserves the recognition. Like LeBron
Who
is
will
good.
carry Miami if LeBron was out?
Chris Bosh. Dwayne Wade.
How well do you do that in Toronto, man? Wade misses every other game.
He took us to the Atlantic Division title.
2007.
Is that
They would
MVP?
still.
No.
Okay, I'm going to go on record and saying if the Heat did not have LeBron, the Heat would still be in the top 5 in the East.
Top 5, of
Yeah.
course. They
Well-
have 2 superstars.
So then, is LeBron really the MVP? If Oklahoma didn't have Kevin Durant, they would not be in the playoffs in the West.
I don't agree with that.
Well, then I guess we should put our records up to each other.
They're
So,
better
Gurveer,
than Memphis.
Who here picked correctly the Super Bowl winner?
Oh my goodness. Are we back on this?
Oh,
we
I just
go
want to
through
prove
this?
our
Back on
sports
this?
knowledge
I
here.
think, didn't we do this already? We did this already.
Yeah.
Right? Producer
It is-
Gurveer?
I think
Teaming up on me, man. Just teaming up on me.
All right,
Okay.
right.
Now let's move on to the East. Okay, so we're talking about the Raptors, the third.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Who else is in the playoff hunt? Because we know Miami and Indiana are going to take on everyone.
Surprisingly, Cleveland can sneak in. Washington are looking good right now. They're on the come up. We also have Brooklyn Nets who are winning a few games. I think they went above 500 recently.
30 and 29.
30 and 29. There you go. Congrats to the Brooklyn Nets for spending all that money and just finally being above 500. And New York could sneak in, and it could be a dark horse. Nah.
You done saying no?
Nah.
Cleveland has a chance. I like Kyrie. Gurveer's best friend, Anthony Bennett, is finally doing
You have an
something.
update on the number 1 overall pick from Brampton?
Yep. Player efficiency is up, 4.1 points per game.
4.1. Wow.
Yep, averaging
That's Aaron Gray numbers right there.
Listen, Swap, how many
right.
points did Dwight Howard score in his rookie year?
More
Don't
than-
answer that. Don't answer that. Same thing, man. Same
All right.
thing.
The point is he's shooting well over 50% from the field.
Okay, hold on.
How
I just
about
want
them
to. I want to make this clear that to all our listeners, OT, and just to show us basketball knowledge, is saying that Anthony Bennett is Dwight Howard.
I think he's the best rookie since Anthony Davis.
I think he's the best rookie since Michael Carter Williams.
I think he's
Agree?
the best rookie since Nerlens Noel. You know what? He's playing
Probably
better than
better.
Nerlens Noel. How
That's
about
true.
that?
Let's give him a round of applause.
There you
Gotta
go.
say, Nerlens
Thank
Noel.
you.
You
I'm
are
here all
kidding.
week. I'm
And
here all week.
Noel was what, fifth? He was going to go number 1 overall too, right?
Exactly.
So imagine if Cleveland had picked Noel.
So
That's what we should be
Which
talking
one would
about,
you
right?
rather have at this point?
That's a good
4.1
point.
points or 0 games played?
So okay, the East is pretty big. What about the West?
West, there's always a shuffle in the West. I think there might be a big 3, big 2. OKC, San Antonio leading the way. You're followed by, Clippers and
Yeah,
who's
Houston.
doing well. I can never tell who's doing well in the way. Houston.
Yeah, pretty much there's like kind of a 3-team logjam. Houston, LA Clippers, by the way, Portland all have a similar record. They're all
Shout out to James Harden. I know no one shows him love he deserves, but he left OKC when everyone said it was a mistake, and he's doing his thing.
I just wish Jeremy.
He
Lin
didn't
played
leave. Oh, what do you mean he left OKC when everyone said it was like
He
he got
asked for a
traded?
trade.
He got traded. You
Yeah.
know why he got traded?
Because he didn't want to take the
No,
money.
because they couldn't afford him.
They could afford him.
They could
he
afford
could have
him.
wanted
They could have
them to.
started
He
him.
could have made himself affordable.
No, he couldn't. He wanted big money.
Dude, he gets endorsements, so he could have
He
balanced
wanted
it out.
big money. He wanted to be a starting. He wanted to be paid like a starting shooting
He
guard.
knew he was a star. He shouldn't have to live behind your MVP candidate. He wanted to be his own man.
I don't think he has. I
Gurveer
don't
was
think-
trying to go to Bleacher Report, man. People sometimes they want to be their own man.
It's true. And
How'd that work out for you?
well, I decided to go with the loyalty and the hefty paycheck here.
There you
versus,
go. Your bonus just tripled.
Exactly. We can't
Um,
afford Gurveer, people. We can't.
We should do a timeline of Gurveer's bonus over the podcast and see how much it's gone up.
I know,
Exponential
especially
growth rate.
tax time is coming up soon. The CRA is probably watching this.
I'm sure they are.
Yeah.
So to any potential accouantants out there, please, Gurveer might need an audit just because he's not been paying that much based off all the bonuses that we're giving him.
That's true.
Were there any trades that
Are there
happened
any
that were
trades?
interesting? I know.
The Pacers, they got
Evan Turner.
Yeah.
That's worked out pretty well, actually. I saw Danny Granger for the
doing
Clippers last
nothing
night.
for the Clippers.
Hey,
What do you have, 3
he's waiting for
shots?
the playoffs, all right? Waiting for the playoffs. Listen, Glenn Davis is in the Clippers, too.
Yeah, but the thing
Clippers
is,
have a bench.
the thing is, Danny Granger's not
Yeah.
that old. So, like, does he really?
How old is Danny? He's as old as Joey Graham
Yeah. Well, then, but okay.
because he was drafted.
Listen,
same
Joey
time.
Graham was a good player.
Joey Graham comparing to Danny,
Joey Graham
Danny
was a
Granger
good
at one
player.
Where's
point-
Joey Graham even playing?
I don't know. I don't know why he didn't make it. It was a good player.
He's a
I
good
like
player, yeah.
Yeah.
Why is Jamario Moon not in the NBA? I need these questions answered. Okay?
All right. Well, let's move on from mid 2000s Raptors and back to the present. Okay.
Of course.
Yeah.
What should we look for going into the rest of the season?
For
Any-
who?
For the NBA in general.
I
What
would
should
say
we
look out for extra large of those sleeve jerseys because if LeBron is really complaining about how his jersey doesn't work, maybe it's time for him to up the size. Might be getting a little fat.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. Gurveer, what should we look out for in the rest of the NBA season?
All right. I think I'm gonna go a little more serious. I think we're gonna the playoff pictures on each side are kind of set. We're just gonna see the teams shuffle around. Like I think at worst you're gonna see the Raptors drop to 6th and maybe Brooklyn jumps up to 3rd if they get lucky. But we're gonna
Are
see.
you serious?
No, I'm saying if they're lucky. But I'm
You
saying.
want to put like some sort of wager on that?
No,
How
I'm
about
not-
this?
I'm not saying. I'm
If
saying
Brooklyn-
the Raptors hold on to third. But I'm saying.
The Raptors might not hold on to third, but it's not Brooklyn who they need to be worried about.
Okay, yeah, but then Chicago moves to third.
Washington.
No, but like, whoever wins the division still remains at 4.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so then we're fourth.
Yeah. So then
I don't think we're third though.
pretty much it just comes down to whether Raptors hold on to home court or whether they have to visit.
Okay, so if there's 4, who they play?
If they're 4, they probably play. They either play Chicago or Washington.
So 4 might be better than 3 in the long run.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you want to
Play Indiana. Because we've beaten Indiana before.
True.
Yes, you'd rather play Indiana than Miami.
I should tweet that at the Raptors.
For Indiana, you need to shut down one guy. If you shut down Paul George...
I thought what happened to Indiana having all these
No,
guys?
because on the defensive end, right, you have to be able to score. But from
Yeah.
a shutdown perspective, you only have to shut down one guy, and Terrence Ross has proven he can do that.
Okay.
I don't think Terrence Ross can shut down LeBron. I don't think anyone can shut down
He needs to get
LeBron.
healthy, first of all.
Yes,
Let's just say that. Okay, good insight, Gurveer. I would say the West, like he said, there's a clutter of teams in the middle from about 3 to 5. It's also a clutter of teams between 6 and 9 trying to find placement. Who would you rather play is the question. San Antonio or OKC?
I would rather play... Oh, that's so tough.
It's a tough one.
I'd
It's a
rather
tough
play
one.
San
You
Antonio.
would think San Antonio?
So it depends when. If it's the first round of the playoffs, maybe OKC. If it's any other round, I'd probably want to play San Antonio because I think those
Talking
legs are...
first round.
those
So
legs
a
would
team
get-
like Golden State, who keeps winning some games and losing some
A
others.
team like Golden State would want to play OKC for sure.
Why?
Because it's the same style, so they can just all they have to do is outshoot them. They know how to score points. They
Yeah.
don't know how to play defense.
No.
So if you go up against a team that can play defense on you, you're in trouble.
Why can't people beat San Antonio? I don't get it.
They can. Teams like Miami, teams like Indiana, they can.
Miami
beat San
got
Antonio.
killed yesterday.
Okay, you really think LeBron cares?
Yes, he does, because he came out and started complaining.
He just likes to complain. He wants
It's
to make it
embarrassing. It
known.
was a national TV game against teams sitting in the same position in the West.
It's all good.
I know it's all good. I'm just saying.
Okay, think about it. You just came off a night where Indiana lost to Charlotte,
Right.
and Paul George
So-
scored 2 points.
All right. But listen, Dwayne Wade suited up. All right. That's how I know Miami wanted to play that game. And he was still playing in the fourth quarter with 2 minutes left.
2 points. They're on my fingers. 1, 2. Now
That's
let me
it.
put up the number of points that LeBron had. Oh wait, I don't have enough fingers because Paul George put up 2 points.
I get you.
All
I
I
get
gotta
you,
say.
Swap.
Drop
I
the
get you,
mic.
Swap. So one team plays bad, the other one plays bad too.
It's all
Got
good.
you, Swap. Got you.
There's still 12 games ahead of the Raptors. We're talking hockey next. You're listening to In the Core.
Telling you, it's the mask. It's the mask. I'm gonna put on the mask now.
Welcome back to In the Core. We got a special segment because OT is not here. Why is OT not here, Gurveer?
Because he's, I think he went to Florida to try to get some games in Sunrise.
He wants to celebrate his victory.
My flight leaves soon, guys. Thanks for having me. Bye.
Enjoy your time, man. I've actually been not to, but I haven't been inside, but I've been to the home, if they still play there, of the Florida Panthers, and it's not in Miami.
Yeah, it's in Sunrise, Florida. It's outside Miami.
It's outside Fort Lauderdale. It's not
Yeah.
even near Miami.
Oh, yeah. So it's
Is that Sunrise? Maybe. I don't know. It's near the mall. Have you ever been to Fort Lauderdale?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so you don't know
I haven't
what
even
I'm
been to Florida, so.
Really?
No, I
You
just
should go.
I just go on Wikipedia and I read where the addresses are and stuff for some reason.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
A little weird.
Okay.
Okay, we're talking hockey. That's why OT's not here. Major news, right? NHL trade deadline. This is probably the most interesting trade deadline I've seen since the lockout.
I'd agree with that. Like
Agree?
we haven't seen moves like this.
Kind of move. And numbers-wise, there weren't apparently that many moves, but the moves that were made were huge ones. So
Was it better than the NBA?
why do you still talk?
Evan Turner and Danny Granger
Oh my
traded
God, that would be
places,
great.
man.
Anyways, biggest one I guess we got to talk about starting is Luongo. Roberto Luongo going to Florida for Markstrom. Jakob Markstrom? Is that how you say it? Is his first name Jakob?
I
I don't know, but he's an AHL goalie. Vancouver retains 15% of Luongo's salary. What happened? Why did they make this move?
I think there's an easy reason to say because salary, but then
So they're retaining 15%. I don't know.
yeah, but
And
then,
they have no goalie. Did you see the
Yeah.
game last night against Dallas? They lost 5-1.
Tanking.
Yes.
Tanking.
So
Tanking.
It is weird because then you'd assume that if they're going to make this move, they were going to make this move like a year or two ago when they had Schneider, right?
it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. So
So here's the one theory that's been floating around that the Heritage Classic, which is Vancouver versus Ottawa outside, I think it was in, what do they call that
Well,
stadium?
it was really
BC
inside.
Place? It was Wasn't it outside?
No, but it was
Is it dome?
because BC Place is kind of like Rogers Center where they can't open up the dome
Oh,
when it's cold or wet because it can't support moisture inside the stadium.
that was stupid then.
Yeah.
So the Eddie Lack got the start, the backup. Luongo
Yeah.
did not get the start.
Mm-hmm.
And the rumor is that Luongo asked for a trade after that. That because they didn't play him in something of such high significance, didn't let him have a chance to have that, he was upset. I don't know if it's true or not. That's the theory out there. But nevertheless, Florida gets a high-priced goalie that they're paying 85% for with no one else around him. And Vancouver gives up any goalie and any chance they have of making the playoffs this year. So was this a lose-lose situation?
Yes, unless you think Florida has enough pieces in place to build something around.
They do have Barkov and they do have Huberdeau, but that's about it.
That's about it.
Do they have Duran? Who has Duran? I think it's Florida, but he's
there you
playing
go.
in the CHL still. So
ECHL?
no, CHL.
Oh.
They sent him back for CHL.
Okay. But not the Central Hockey League, right?
Canadian Hockey League.
Okay. Central Hockey League, the Brampton Beast can make the playoffs.
Wait.
Yeah.
There's a CHL? Is he better than the CFL?
There's actually 2 CHLs.
Wait, the CHL is just
Anyway,
mute your mic,
Just
Osi.
go back to where I was.
We're losing viewers on this. As
Bye,
we speak.
guys.
Okay.
Just wanted to sneak in the Brampton Beast there.
Next major trade. So that was the first.
Hey, want a segue here then?
Okay, what do you want to segue?
Because the Brampton Beasts are affiliated with the Tampa Bay Lightning.
No, I didn't want to bring that trade up.
Never
Actually,
mind then.
because I want to stick with the goaltenders. I want to get the goaltenders out of the way first. So, Dubnyk went. That was boring. But the other big one, which is probably bigger from a hockey perspective, not from a kind of news perspective, but Ryan Miller going to St. Louis for Halak, and then Halak getting shipped off to Washington for Neuwirth. So Buffalo pulls off the amazing double switch, which you rarely see, where they get one big name for another and then they trade him away. St. Louis gets Miller, which kind of interesting because Halak isn't too bad and they have Elliott in the back, right? So kind of weird that they went after a goalie, although Miller is probably an improvement. Washington gets Halak, so now they are gearing up for a playoff run. So what's the dynamic here? What do you guys? Who won this trade or these two trades? Who was the winner out of them all?
I'd probably say Washington because it feels like they've always needed a goalie, and they finally have a goalie. It's as simple as that. They're a team that they're not too concerned about how much they're spending this season. They definitely want to win this season. They're with the right opportunity and the right team put together. I think they can probably go deep into the playoffs, and I think they want to go to the Stanley Cup, obviously.
Agreed. Okay, now we'll go to your big trade. Martin St. Louis, the man from the Canadian Olympic team, just squeaked in after his buddy Steven Stamkos had to withdraw. Traded to the New York Rangers for Ryan Callahan. A couple other draft picks went the way of Tampa Bay. So it was a decent trade. I think overall even. Callahan's a free agent at the end of the year, and apparently St. Louis asked for a trade.
Yeah.
So who won this deal?
I'm going to say the Lightning because
St. Louis is a good player. Like,
St.
think about
Louis,
this. You have St. Louis, Rick Nash on the same team with Henrik Lundqvist in net. You have Brad Richards now. It's back reunited with St. Louis.
That's
that team
true.
is going to be interesting, I think.
Yeah, well, but then you also remember the Lightning are not a bad team.
No, they're not a bad team,
they're
which is
actually a
why
good
it's
team.
kind of funny that they would make this deal.
Yeah.
Because Callahan is definitely not St. Louis from a scoring perspective.
Yeah.
And from a leadership perspective, they already gave the C to Stamkos.
Yeah, like the day after, right away.
Shout out to our Markham District native. So it's kind of weird that Tampa made this deal, but now the rumor is that St. Louis was upset with Yzerman because Yzerman didn't initially put him on the team, the Canadian Olympic team. It's kind of some drama going on there.
Honestly, I'd take more stock in that rumor than the longer rumor just because it is kind of weird. Like, say your dad is like...
Are we going to pull up some family issues, Gurveer?
Yeah, I'm going to say it like that. Yeah, say your dad, like, you hang out with your dad all the time, and your dad goes off, he works on something else, and he doesn't invite you. It's like, come on, Dad.
Is this a personal story, Gurveer?
It might be.
Yeah.
I thought we were keeping things strictly business here.
I can understand why St. Louis, who was having a really good season, felt slighted, and when there were players who weren't as good as him statistically on that team.
Well said. Although I don't know if the analogy was exactly right.
Yeah.
But
Okay. Then how about your favorite boss or something?
Okay, whatever.
There
One
you
more. I think the viewers understand what we're talking about. One more trade I think that we want to talk about. A bunch of other trades happened. Molson left. Gaborik went to the Kings, but Vanek, late in the deadline, went to Montreal for virtually nothing. Should the Maple Leafs have gone after Vanek? Because now Montreal is definitely the class of that division.
Yeah, I think it was so easy to outbid Montreal for that trade. What did Montreal give up? Like a second round player.
So I'd like to
Literally,
make an analogy. If you can make an analogy, I can make. And Oates, if you want to get on this, have any of you guys heard of the idea of penny bids or penny auction sites like Quebids?
Yeah,
Quebids.
Yes.
So Quebids is like you can get things for like an iPhone 4 for $4 or something, right? 90%, 95% off stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the way it works is the winner, like if you bid, everybody else has 10, 15 seconds to increase the bid by 1 penny. So what happens is, you'll get down to 1 second, you think you're going to win, then somebody bumps up the price to 1 penny.
Right.
So the guy who's last in, who can get last in, is going to get that great deal. Everybody else is going to lose, but the guy who can get it, and Montreal was that guy who just got in right before the deadline, and they were smart to wait, and at 2:59 make the trade call.
I like that analogy, so I like it.
That's what I bring to the table.
All right.
And Gurveer, this is why you were not. It wasn't that you chose not to go to Bleacher Report, but let's be honest, Bleacher Report didn't want you.
I think they mistook.
Shots fired.
I think they mistook your voice for Swap's voice.
Probably.
If only Swap was like 3 feet tall.
Oh,
Didn't get in the NBA. Didn't get in
why
Bleacher
are
Report just because of his height.
so many shots?
Shots.
Hey, St. Louis made the NHL. Let's bring him back a little bit.
Okay, you have to say why that's important, why that's relevant, because most of our listeners probably have no idea what you're talking about.
St. Louis is, I think he is actually the shortest player in the NHL.
He probably is. Shout out to Paul Kariya, though, my idol.
Oh, Paul Kariya's pretty short.
He's short. Yeah, he's like 5'8", 5'8",
Yeah,
like
but then St. Louis is like 5'6".
Okay, but
So-
Paul Kariya was my idol.
Yeah, I agree with Paul Kariya. But ever since
Paul Kariya didn't make an opinion for you to agree with.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is he's my idol.
Okay, sorry.
What are we talking about next, guys? We're going to do the Blitz, we're going to do NFL, we're going to do Combine, we're going to do other stuff.
Yes, sir. Other stuff.
Final segment coming
I'm
up
back.
in the core.
Stunned, I think. I was not expecting it. Go figure, right? So, I'm really don't have many words right now. It's caught me off guard. So, just happy for myself and my family, and obviously a little bit sad, to be leaving Vancouver. The fact that it is Florida, what does that mean to you?
We are back here at In the Core, and we're getting to our last few segments here. And
The only reason why we are is because OT is complaining about how hungry he is.
Listen, Swap, you run a ship here that's not up to standards, man. We gotta have people monitor the situation.
I will allow you. I release you to go find better offers.
Listen,
You too, Gurveer.
listen. I would knock my iron ring on the table right now, but I left it at home.
Sure, left it at home.
All right. So we're talking NFL, and we got to start with the Combine. The best thing, I love the Combine. A lot of people always complain about the Combine, talking about, it's a bunch of rich guys and
They don't have
putting
money.
people in tight pants and making them run and jump and all that. And
Nobody-
I'm not talking about the players. I'm talking
nobody
about
says
the
that.
All
owners.
right.
People say that.
Who?
I don't know what combine you're watching.
Yeah, I don't know, like what.
You love the Combine.
Well,
Love the
yeah,
Combine. Everyone loves the Combine.
but then you just said everybody says that they hate the Combine. You're contradicting yourself, OT, and it's happened more than once.
Swerve, this is my time. You talked hockey for too long.
10
and now
minutes.
This is my time. But Combine recap, from, what was the Combine? Indianapolis?
Wow.
Bob Jones Stadium? Something
Bob
like that?
Jones Stadium.
Lucas Oil.
Wait,
Lucas Oil Stadium.
who's Bob Jones?
Listen. I corrected myself faster than you 40 times.
Yeah, but I'm googling Bob
Faster than you
Jones.
40. I think it was San Francisco Stadium.
That was
Anyways,
called Candlestick for the last 100 years.
The biggest story from the Combine was Rich Eisen's 40 time. Swap, can you tell them what the 40 time was?
Hold up, because this is important. So the article says Prophet Bob Jones passes away. Bob Jones, who operated in prophetic ministry for more than 4 decades, has gone home to be with the Lord. Bob passed away at 6:22 this morning, peacefully and smiling. He is also the owner of the Indianapolis Colts Stadium. Not. Good job, Oti.
Thank you, Swap. Thank you. Anyways, can you tell me what Rich Eisen's 40 time was?
I don't know, it's 5.98?
5.98. It was a sub 6 second 40. And why was that cool? Because he did it in a full suit. Swap.
Yeah, I could
What's
put
your
a 6.
40 time?
I could put a 6. I could put a 6-1 in a suit.
6'1 in a suit?
Yeah, I could do a 6-1 in a
How
suit.
about out of a suit, Swap?
Out of a suit, 401.
4,
4.
not the time. I mean, how?
Yeah,
how
4 seconds and 1
Gurveer, you have a
millisecond.
40 time, man?
Gurveer, have you ever run 40 dash yards?
40.
Yeah,
I think he's run a couple times for the bus. I think I timed him around.
but by the time I'm like, okay, I'll take the next bus.
See, so
Yeah. I'm
Gurveer's
that
more
guy.
of a 20-yard dash guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta respect traffic laws too. You don't want say you have to cross the street. You don't want to like.
Thank you, Gurveer.
Thanks for the randomness. We've missed your randomness, actually, your awkwardness. So we're good. Thanks for bringing it back.
So Adidas got
Really?
that
Is that how you say it?
Got that right?
You sure?
Yeah.
Gave $10,000 out to anyone who ran the best 40 in their position wearing the Adidas cleats. I mean, if they had given me those cleats, I might have run a 4.7. In my days in high school, I think I ran a 4.7.
4 minutes, 7 seconds?
I ran a 4.7, so no, let's not ask what the measurements and all that were. But Dree Archer ran a 4.26, which was 0.02.
Wait, how did he spell his name?
DRI.
Dree Archer.
Dree Archer.
It's an interesting name.
That guy. He ran a 4.26, which is the second best all-time time at the combine.
Second to...
CJ2K, who Swap doesn't seem to like his nickname.
Why do you call him 2K? You only got 2,000 yards once.
Listen,
You
man.
average 1,000 yards. Like, come on.
Listen,
CJ1K.
man. CJ2K, man. CJ2K. He'll be back wherever he ends up next season.
He's not signed by Tennessee?
I don't think so.
Go to Minnesota. You can back up a real star.
Oh, shots. Don't Green Bay need a running back?
Eddie Lacy, Alabama, Rookie of the Year.
Anyways. Clowney ran a 4.
So why don't people make fun of Clowney's name?
Why don't they or why do they?
Why don't they?
Because he's a big man.
But his name is Clown E.
He's
like
a big man.
So clowny, bro.
Trust me, he's a big man. You don't want to make fun of him. He killed the combine, but then he ran his 40. He ran a 4.52 unofficial, and overall was I think it was a 4.58, which was 0.08 from DeAnthony Thomas. He's a beast. He decided not to do on-field drills.
If everyone says that he's a beast and whatever, why is it that now I'm hearing he could fall to 6 to Atlanta?
That's what I was about to get into.
Okay.
After running the 40, he didn't do any on-field drills. He did a shuttle, but not on-field drills where we would have seen his body. Apparently, his hip tightened up.
Ooh.
So the
That never
knock
happened
on
to you
him
before?
is his work ethic.
That ever happened to you before, where your hip tightens up just when you're about to run your on-field drills?
It's just I get to school, I climb up a couple stairs, and I'm done.
Yeah.
Done. Can't perform anymore. Anyways,
I'm just killing you through this segment. You're not getting through this live.
You made OT kill himself right there too.
listen, I'm trying. You know what? So after the NFL combines, the prospects go back to their schools and they have their pro days for all those quarterbacks who didn't want to show at the combine.
I don't think Bridgewater there. Was
Manziel.
Bridgewater there?
He didn't throw.
Why don't you
He was
throw,
there,
man?
He didn't throw.
You're a quarterback. Why don't you throw?
I don't get it.
It's all about the
Manziel
Wonderlick,
didn't
man.
throw.
It's all about the Wonderlick.
Bortles didn't throw.
Oh, you don't know the Wonderlick?
Swab doesn't know the Wonderlick test?
Wait.
Oh, is that the written test?
Yeah.
I've always wanted someone to give me that test.
It's online.
Is it online?
yeah.
Do they have the
You can all
player
do it.
scores though?
No.
Oh, see, that's what I want
They
to
have
rank.
some
Yeah,
player
but
scores.
you
It's supposed to
can
be
search up a
private.
player score.
Like, am I better than Richard Sherman? That's the question I want to know.
Listen, did you go to Stanford?
No,
Exactly. Case closed. Swab, when's your pro day?
tomorrow.
The fans want to be there.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
Show
what
up.
time?
I'm going to be at the
Varsity
Sid
Stadium?
Smith. Sid Smith.
Bob Jones?
The Sid Smith second cup.
Yep.
And anyone who buys me a coffee gets I'll run a 40 for you.
You run a 40 for him. All right, guys. You heard that here first.
I'll be at 2 a.m.
2 a.m. Swap will be at Sid Smith Starbucks for whatever reason. And
Second cup. I don't know.
Second cup.
Like, come on.
Oh, you want a
Second
second
cup.
cup coffee? Oh.
Listen, man, we could do that. We can make that happen. We can have cameras there. We can have Gurveer there. It could get real weird.
Gurveer needs to go home with his Brampton friends.
Beat down. All right. That's the NFL Combine, people.
Boys.
Gurveer, you have some breaking news out of Buffalo.
The Toronto Bills are no more.
That was the worst throw. Like, you gotta
That was like an interception. That was
no.
That was a batted at the line.
I was
That was an interception by a defensive tackle.
I was Chris Paul, and for some reason today you weren't Blake Griffin. You were
Yeah.
Muggsy Bogues. Good job.
I just shrunk 2 feet.
Tell him the news.
All right. By that I mean, guys, Buffalo will not play a game at the Rogers Center this season.
It's cold, man. That's cold.
To be fair, they didn't play much of a game the last 5 years either.
Oh.
Twice?
I like that.
Twice?
That was good.
I don't know
That
if
was
it
good.
catches on the audio, so people might be thinking
it
it
was.
weird.
I think it catches enough. They hear my clap, so it means
Sad story, OT. Are you sad that Buffalo will not be playing in Toronto?
You know, I actually am, because I would have graduated at that time. I would have my iron ring on my hand at that time. On my finger, actually.
Like, that's important.
And I would have liked to go to the game, you know, maybe shine it in Stevie Johnson's face or something. I might have thrown it at Stevie Johnson, you know.
He probably would have caught it.
Yeah, man. As he does most.
Gurveer, are you upset?
He's a receiver after all.
This season, no. Hopefully
Shout
it
out
comes back
Stevie
next
Johnson.
season. Only because I'm betting on the 1 in 8 chance that the Giants, if they play the Bills have a home game against the Giants, which are my favorite team. So I was hoping that the Giants would come to Toronto so that I would be able to attend that game by only traveling a shorter distance.
To witness Eli Manning throw 4 picks to Jerry
sad
Sanders or
music.
5?
For those who don't know.
The point is,
Real sad music, actually. Not the best, but it was
the point is Eli Manning can always put. You know, have you seen that GIF, right?
Which one?
He just puts on his sunglasses made out of his 2 Super Bowl rings. And
Oh, yeah.
That's all you need to know.
Was it indoors? Sunglasses indoors? What?
I think he's hinting at something.
I don't know what he's hinting at.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's wrap the show up. No blitz this week?
I had a little bit of a thing, but, I couldn't get the
A little bit of a
details.
thing. Okay. Well, okay, then why don't you tell us what you're doing this weekend? Oh, Reet, Sati man.
I'm going to be doing a lot of family stuff this weekend, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the fam. Going to be doing some ergonomics assignment, so if you'd like to use a test, I'll be in the Roseburg building on campus, I'll be the guy in the camo. Okay, I can't wear camo pants 2 days in a row. I might be wearing some cool pants, so you just want to show up to the Roseburg building. Tomorrow, I'll be there for noon.
Tomorrow? Okay, I'll drop by right before I go to the Leafs game.
Leafs game? What?
Shout out to my boy giving me some Leafs tickets. What else is happening this weekend?
Well, I went to a Golden State game.
March break.
Really? Because it was funny. I saw a tweet.
March break?
Yeah.
I saw a tweet, about a Golden State game. Did that have to do anything with you?
Who knows, man? Who knows?
Hey, so you were
Shout out to...
Yeah, he was.
It was.
Interesting.
It was a good game.
These tweets that I see sometimes, man, are so interesting.
Yeah, who knows? I might have won some tickets.
What's happening on Sunday? Anything happening on Sunday that we can think of?
Sunday.
Nope.
Not really.
Suits is back. You gotta watch it. Gurveer, what are you doing this weekend?
That came on yesterday, actually.
What are you doing this weekend?
I think I want to watch all the Oscar movies, man.
I'm
trying to ask Gurveer a question here.
Do you want me to rank them for you? I'll tell you which
No one cares about Gurveer's
we don't
weekend,
care.
bro.
Just tell us what you're doing.
All right, maybe go to Pearson
Thanks for that.
Go to
Okay.
Pearson Airport
Yeah, so we're...
and see the rush of March break travelers.
Okay, so if you want to
Creep
find
Live?
Gurveer, check out Pearson Airport, I guess. I don't know, but we're done
That's
for
to be
today.
Pearson
We'll
to
be
you.
back for March Madness, and we'll do a little MLB preview. Don't worry, Israel will be back too. You want to check out the blog, because it's probably the greatest thing you'll ever see in your entire life. So go to www.wordpress.com/inthecore1.
Before it blows up, you want to be there.
Or it can be inthecore1.wordpress.com.
Okay, maybe that's what it is.
Hey,
Anyways,
follow us
it's
on
our
Twitter.
Facebook page. Follow us on Twitter because we only have 14
In the
followers.
core 1. In the core 1. Like the number, don't spell it out.
That's true, yeah.
Just 1.
Awkward ending. See you later.
One little finger, tap, tap, tap. Point your finger up, point your finger down. Put it on your head. Head! One little finger.